We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others.
Nemusíš na to pořád upozorňovat.
You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Tady se musím trošičku pozastavit. Já mám připojený vlastně účet herní s účtem Wizarding Worldu a tam právě mám Ravenclaw. Takže z toho důvodu mi to tady nabízí tohle. A ta moje první hra opravdu byla za Ravenclaw, ale já jsem se teďka zcela záměrně vypravila.
I detect a growing sense of ambition and eagerness for power.
Přesně tak. A teďka je taková zajímavá věc. Některé věci se potvrzují Ačkem a některé se potvrzují Ypsilonem. Prostě.
You belong in Slytherin!
No, uvidíme, jestli se ke mně Imelda Reyes bude chovat slušně.
And one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Jo, takže najedli jste se, tak vypadněte.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Tak mi ukaž tu nádheru.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
So easy?
Very well. Aspiration.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
To si přesně hodlám užít. Já si tak nějak užívám celkem ráda. Co je vlastně tam ten domeček na vodě? Tam jsem ještě asi nebyla.
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
No jo, tady si někdo pospal. Takhle vypadá trošku jak zombík. Bude asi tím osvětlením.
Revelio.
Něco, co by se dalo čmajznout? Nevidím. No dobře, tak jdeme.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
It's that new fifth year.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Did you see the way they just waltzed in at the end of the sorting ceremony last night?
Can't imagine starting a new school this.
A little room, everyone. Let them through.
Already knew that. Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian. I'll let you get back to your book.
Nice meeting you too. Good luck today.
Jo, budeme ho potřebovat. Tak, Imelda, Ominis. Oba velmi příjemní, jako vlastně asi všichni tady ve Zmijozelu. Ale teda common room mají pěkný, to se jim musí nechat.
If you do that, you'll lose. Trust me. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We handled it, and I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Tak jo, takže to vypadá, že Imelda je sice pořád stejně nafoukaná, ale nechová se tak příšerně, když jsme taky zmijozeláci.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominis. Ominis Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominis.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status. A pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominis. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
No jo, teď už jdu.
Rebellion.
Nic. Sakra. Ale pak tu někde musí být ta truhla. Pořád běžím dobře? Jo. Tady máme Flu Flame.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Jo, a museli mi z toho vytrhat pár stránek, rozmístit je všude po světě, abych si je mohla znova sezbírat. Why not?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Tady máme bedínku.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
Proč se to nerožne? Já se sem nechci kvůli tomu vracet. Ne, to není ona. Počkat, tohle je profesorka. Tak jo.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Revelio. Why don't you come?
Largest kelpie ever.
On that statue. And see what details.
Tak, jednička. Jasně, že jednička. Challenge? Ano. Takže ještě najdeme jeden a získáme úžasné krásné brýle. Kde jste, paní?
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities.
Ahoj, bedínko, pro tebe se taky jednou vrátím.
And outside of the castle. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
No. A tohle je přesně jedno z těch míst. Central Hall, který se právě potvrzují Y.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station.
A vidím knížku, chci si přitáhnout, nemám.
Revelio.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ano, mám solidní základy, celá 2 kouzla na to, že mám 4 roky zpoždění, ale jinak v pohodě.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Jak tam všude lítají ty knížky a já se je nemůžu přitáhnout, to mě fascinuje, dožírá.
Your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Takže jo, musím honem na svoje první hodiny.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Dobrá, jdeme se podívat do mapy. Tak. Rak quest. To chceme Levioso a Accio. Máme Accio.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Jo, je tady, ne že ne. A ještě jsem chtěla vyzkoušet jednu věc.
What am I missing?
Lumos.
Ne, tak dokud si s ní nepromluvím, tak to zrcadlo stejně nezačne fungovat. Dobrý, tak jo.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Ah, okay.
Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
That spot must be a clue.
Že někde pod
I should
schodama.
look around in case it's nearby.
I tried doing homework in the dorm.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so... Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Ano, velmi nenápadná nápověda.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Tak, první subquest. Splněný během pár vteřin ve hře.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out.
A já jsem vlastně chtěla být zla.
I should have seen that.
Tak jo, a teďka teda ten quest. Charms Class, kde nás naučí kouzlo, které by se správně mělo vyslovovat Accio, ale prostě je to tady Accio. Takže si dáme Accio.
Ravenia.
Hele. Jo, tak tudy budu probíhat ještě asi tak 115krát. Protože mám vždycky problém trefit, který ten fluflame je ten nejbližší a většinou skočím úplně do jiného patra. Takže sice ono na mapě to potom vypadá, že to je vlastně kousek, ale... Jo, tak nějak.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Takže jdeme na první hodinu.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
A vůbec jí nevadí,
Hello,
že jsem
I am Nettie.
Zmijozel.
So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Tady si někdo
I am afraid it is
přes prázdniny dobře odpočinul.
My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Tak, hurá, máme kouzlo. A budu si moct tahat knížky.
Accio. That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
A dáme si field practice.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible X. Now, think of this like, don't lose your composure. Splendid! That's it!
No.
Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Tak.
Watch this.
Watch this. Chtěla jsem ji vyšoupnout, tak musím víc.
That is how it's done.
Sakra.
Well done. Here we go.
Pojď. Yes. Aha.
Perfect score. Remarkable.
Tak, druhé kolo.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp. There we go.
To jsem přehnala, já to zapomněla pustit.
Let us see this. Yes!
to půjde. Tak si to dáme ještě jednou.
That is how it's done.
Splendid!
Lichta.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Jo, to bych řekla.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Tak, pobalte si věci a vypadněte.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Vykváknout se na vedlejšáky, pokud to není pro vlastní kolej? No, na tom něco bude, ale expy jsou expy, že jo?
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronen wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can
A
use
word,
Accio
if you would.
If you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Special assignment. Hele, takže máme.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Co s tebou vůbec bavit? Samantha Dale? Jde to. Tak jo.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronen's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Aha, a hnedka si to můžeme tady vyzkoušet. Uzbírat si pár stránek. Nahodit nový levely. A můžeme si tady otevřít tajné dveře. Takže dvojka. A druhý bude... Co to je? 5. A kolik? 7. To znamená... Ta divná chobotnice. Tak.
Stop it, Peeves, you'll get us in trouble.
In trouble?
Uí, a otevřou se dveře přímo skrz mě. Ale hezká socha. A můžu se podívat, kde máme další quest. A do toho se můžu podívat, jestli se už konečně můžu začít převlékat. No magical properties, tak to mě nezajímá, to pak můžeme klidně prodat. Extraordinary brýle. 4 na defense. Vypadají děsně, to si nechám. Tohle taky nemá žádnou magickou hodnotu. Co tu máme? Šála. Béžová šála. No, tak jo. Rope taky nic. Takže to jsem toho zase tak moc nenašla. No dobře, nechám si teď chvilku brýle. Podívám se ještě do... Jo, ale to jsou stejně jenom skiny.
Tak to bychom měli a na další hodinu se podíváme zase příště.